everybody, and welcome back to SCDCENT Presents The Aged Woman, and I am that lady, Miss Nicole, coming at you today with another great topic. And today I want to talk to you about trust. Now, I can agree, we all have an issue to some degree about trust because we've been burned by people that we love, people that we've let in, people that we've told secrets to. We have just really been betrayed by a lot of people. So it's understandable that we have an issue, learning to trust people. That's just, one of them things, unfortunately, that we have to go through. So the first part that I want to talk about is how to be trusted. Okay. So the first step in learning how to be trusted is that you have to be transparent, right? You can't be like a sneaky type person that hides secrets and, if you got a lock on your phone, if you don't come straight home from work, if your spouse calls you and you never answer the phone, a lot of that stuff raises questions in their mind. And being transparent and letting a person know, hey, I'm going to do this, and meaning what you say and saying what you mean goes a long way. Now, I can't speak for anybody, but for one, I don't like, my husband is very, you don't trust down south women. You just don't. You know what I'm saying? So I have had to actively work to get him to trust me. And some of the things that I do is I just do what I say I'm going to do. I don't have a lock on my phone. He can pick up my phone at any time. We have the same T-Mobile plan, so he can review my call log whenever he wants, and any number, and I'm here with him, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard for him and I don't run the streets, the only time I really hate leaving my house. The only time I really go somewhere is like if I need to go to the store, and then I go to the store and I come back home. I keep my eyes on the ground because I don't want no man to think that I'm checking him out or even think I'm available. You know what I'm saying? So I try to put myself in a position to be trusted. And if it's something that, if he comes to me or in some type of way where he thinks that, I might be doing something that I ain't got no business doing, I'm going to explain myself to him and let him know, look, I'm not doing that. This is what that was and this is what that is. And I'm not going to have an attitude while I'm doing it, because at the end of the day, I need him to be able to know that I'm here for him, I love him, and I wouldn't do anything to mess up what we have. Okay? So when you, and it's not, and listen, I'm not talking to you women who got other things that y'all got going on or whatever. If you cheating, all that stuff is gonna come out in the end. So being sneaky and dishonest, don't let your right hand know what your left hand doing. That's why my man ain't got no man, because anybody who's still trying to run them games ain't gonna have no man. Because a man don't want a woman, when your man don't have to worry about you and what you doing, he can get out here and make some moves to assist the family and big up the family. But if a man always got to worry about what his woman doing, why you got to be the problem? And the way that you stop being the problem is that you earn his trust. It's very important that your man is able to trust you. And it's very important that you're a trustworthy person, that your words mean something, and that your actions meet up with your words. You can't say, oh, I'm a queen, but you got on these tights going out here to these stores. Queens don't wear tights to the store. Queens don't wear hair bonnets to the store. Queens don't wear flip-flops all day to the store. Queens have class and respect for themselves. So your actions have got to meet up with what you're saying, because you can say one thing, but your actions say something else, so you're not being who you say you are. Period. And anybody who try to make somebody believe that they're something that they're not, people are not going to trust you, because they're going to be like, whoa, I clearly can see that you X, Y, and Z, but you clearly trying to tell me that you Z, Y, and A. And I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling that. You can't fool me. You understand? Common sense. A cat cannot convince you that it's a dog when clearly it has cat attributes. So your words have to match up with your actions. And if your words don't match up with your actions, you are considered a liar. And liars are not trusted. So this is how your man observes you. This is why women have such a hard time these days because you feel like, or you think that, but what you feel and what you think is not actually what your actions portray. And we'll be right back after these messages. Hey, thanks for listening to my podcast. If you ever wanted to have your very own podcast, I can tell you how to set it up right now. Anchor is an awesome app that's free to download. You can use its creation tools to edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast so that you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more other platforms. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenerships. And also, it has everything that you need in one place. All you need to do is go download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. I look forward to hearing your new podcast any day now. Thanks. And now back to the show. Hey everybody, and welcome back. And also I just want to take a minute to thank everyone for donating. I'm trying to get my husband a trip back to Africa, so that's my new I'm obsessed. I'm just going in. So if you want to donate, $, my cash app is $ OG and Nicole. That's my cash app. So send us some love. We are working on getting our passports right now. I just want to get him out of here for a while. He's been through a lot. So anyway, so moving on. Now, in the first half, we talked about what we need to do to be trusted. Now, I'm going to talk about in this segment about how we can go about trusting our husbands. And it's not real hard, ladies. The first thing that you need to do is accept what type of man you got. Some of y'all got fuck niggas. Some of y'all got men. Some of y'all got boys. You need to, for one, you have to have discernment to understand what type of man you got. Okay? Some of y'all got these guys that just is habitual cheaters. Some guys are just habitual cheaters, but the cheating is to a degree. Some men just like to talk to other women on the phone just to let themselves know that they still got it. It's harmless. At the end of the day, if he home in the bed with you every night and his money making sense and he investing in you, don't stress yourself out about that. If he's not home, if he's not coming home, if he's not answering his phone, if he's hiding his phone from you, if he's talking in riddles, this, that, and the third, if the shit not adding up, 9 times out of 10, you got a fuck nigga. And the fuck nigga is out here doing fuck nigga shit. That's just plain and simple. Now, if you got a man be like, baby, I'm going to the hardware store. I'm going to be right back. He go to the hardware store. He come right back. Baby, I'm going to take $300 out the account and I got to go do this. He going to take those $300 out the account and he going to do that. And he going to put the money back and he's going to be there. But those type of men have rules. Those type of men. Most men have rules. And it's hard to get you a real good man. It's hard to get you a real good man with skills and love and just not so broken by his mother. It's hard to find you one of them, but you have to have discernment. And if you need help figuring out what type of man you got, you can email me, queenfromcreation@gmail.com. I'll send you my number and we can talk about it, because that's the first part. Once you figure out what type of man you are, you know how far you can go with your trust in him. I trust my man to do what he say he gonna do, but I also do trust my man to talk to women sometime. He do. Not now, but in the past, my husband used to like to hit up chicks on Facebook, hey, sexy, or whatever, hey, mama, how's it going, or whatever. But at the end of the day, every night he home in the bed with me. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't giving nobody nothing. I already know that, because that's all, that's for the house. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It stopped over time. You know what I'm saying? But that was like in the beginning of our relationship. I guess he was still trying to shop to maybe think he could find something else or whatever he had to do. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he didn't never leave the house. He didn't never give me a reason to suspect he was cheating on me. So, I'm not about to make a problem out of something that's not to me. I don't care if you're talking to some female on the phone. She ain't getting shit. She ain't coming up in here. You ain't moving nowhere, and I ain't going nowhere. So you talk to her all you damn want to. You know what I'm saying? And if she bout something, tell her to come on over here to the house. Maybe she can help us out. You know what I'm saying? So that's just where I was and where I am with that. You know what I'm saying? And I suggest you ladies, don't be stressing yourself out about stuff that you can't control. You know what I'm saying? Your man gonna be a man gonna be a man. It ain't nothing you can do about that. A man is gonna be a man, and the best thing for you to do is learn to respect that and keep your feelings out of that. Because at the end of the day, you accusing him of this and accusing him of that. If you ain't got facts, you ain't doing nothing but spitting in the wind. And if you ain't prepared to leave, shut up. Period. If you ain't prepared to leave, shut up. Because what's the point of you arguing? And you ain't gonna get nothing no different. You can't make this man do something that clearly he's not willing to do. So if you're not willing to leave, shut up. Because all you doing is causing problems in your own home. I mean, period. A lot of times, my husband used to have me pissed. And we'll talk about that when I come back after these messages. Hey everybody, and welcome back. I know I am crazy, but I just have to keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to accept your man for the person that he is. Some guys you got, they like to flirt. But at the end of the day, if the guy is showing you that, look, I want to be with you. He there with you. He investing in you. He looking out for you. He trying to support you. He got your best interest at heart. He ain't trying to, go out on you. He being transparent. Then you need to try to trust him. You need to calm down. I'm talking to my dog, y'all. Another dog walked by and she done lost her mind. A lot of times, you can't just, if you with this guy, right? If you in this marriage, if you in this relationship and you want this relationship to go somewhere, if you're not prepared to leave, stop fussing, stop arguing, stop being sneaky, stop talking to your ex. Period. If you want to be trustworthy, get rid of your male friends. If you want to be trusted, get rid of a male friend. You should not have a male friend. A woman, your male friend is your man. So once you enter a relationship with a man, you should not have other male friends. You should not enter into relationships thinking about the next relationship if this don't work, because you're not applying yourself to the current situation so you can get good results. I never do that. I don't never enter a relationship. Well, I'm not going to do this here because I don't know what's going to happen. If I treat this man good and be the woman that this man needs, this man going to want to be with me forever. And I ain't got to worry about looking for nobody else. Who the hell want to be out here still in the streets looking for somebody? But you set yourself up when you start having these unreasonable expectations. If you're sneaky, if you're untrustworthy, if you're not dependable, if you don't have no skills, if you got a fast mouth, if you're not a team player, if you always complaining, if you don't have no solutions, if you're not at least educated to a certain degree that you can carry on a conversation with this man, you're not gonna have one. You're not worthy of having one. A man likes a woman that he can converse with and talk about current events. He want to be able to say, here's put up these $3,000. Don't say nothing. Don't tell my business. You should not be telling your man business to your mother. You should not be telling your husband and what's going on in your house to anybody. Now, I'm not saying, like I say, I don't condone violence. I don't condone violence. So if he hitting on you, I'm never going to be the one to say stay with no man that's hitting on you. I'm not having it. I ain't telling you to have it. But this other little simple stuff that we could overcome is just women. I mean, we done been talked to. Yeah, the men going to say all kind of foul stuff out their mouth because they can. Just like you do. You say all kind of foul stuff out your mouth to people because you can. And it doesn't mean that it's right. And some people have a certain type of way of expressing themselves. And if all that they've learned from their mama is negativity and be disrespectful to women, what do you expect they're going to do? You have to show them something different in order to get something different from them. You have to learn how to be like, I'm going to rise to the occasion. I'm not going to be in my feelings. I'm not going to, tear him down with my mouth because I know I can cuss him out. I'm not going to take his kids from him and not let him see his kids because I got an attitude because he did. You are setting yourself up for heartache and misery. And I'm telling you, period. If you want things to go better, you got to change your attitude. You got to change your ways and your perception of how you perceive things. Every man is not going to cheat on you. And a lot of times our energy attracts that. A lot of times if you keep finding yourself attracting fuck niggas, that's because you a fuck ass bitch. That means that you doing all kind of foul shit out here. That's why you keep attracting these bad men. Your mentals is messed up. You need to sit down and talk to somebody to help you get on the right track. Because it ain't always the man. 90% of it is us. You not throwing nothing out there on the hook for the fish to catch on. You just throwing your hook in the water. You get hooked, the fish will come to you, but you ain't got nothing that the fish wants, so it just swim off. And if you giving the milk away, if you giving the milk away for free, why buy the damn cow? And I know I was like talking to Nicole then, but this is what I'm saying. If you being fast, you got your ass, your pussy, everything all out on Front Street, titties up on fleek, you got this weave in your hair, these long fingernails and all this, you got your face painted on with your war paint. Let me tell you what type of results you're going to get with that right after these messages. Hey everybody, and welcome back to SCDCENT presents The Aged Woman, and I'm that lady, Miss Nicole. And today we are talking about trust. And I'm telling you, if you putting all your fronts and your goods out there, ain't no man gonna buy that. A man, show him something. A man wants something different. He wants a woman that he can see that you at least attempting to be the woman that you say you are. You are not a good mother if you in the club every night. You are not a good mother if you got a house full of women all the time. You are not a good mother if your kids can't read and you got a $300 wig on. Thus said Dr. Umar. Nah, he said that. And it's the truth. Where are your priorities? I'm telling you, the worst thing that you could do is grow old by yourself, ladies. The worst thing you could do is grow old by yourself. Nobody to talk to, nobody to understand you, nobody to give a damn about you. That's not a good feeling. We all want somebody to love us and be there for us, but it's rules to dealing with these men. It's rules. It's rules to dealing with these men. It's rules to having a man, period. It's rules. We cannot do what we want to do because these men don't have to take us. They don't have to take our children, but they choose to. So we should choose to love and respect them for that, because love is not free. I don't know why we keep thinking that love is free. Oh, anybody will love me. No, they won't. No, they won't. No, love is not free, and we have to stop that. We have to put ourselves out there. We have to put ourselves out there in a manner to be loved. So if you're not willing to put yourself out there to be trusted, if you're not saying, hey guy, hey guy, I'm here and I want you to see me. I want you to know that I can be trusted. I want you to know that I'm not going to tell your secrets. I want you to know that I'm not going to put anybody before you. I want you to know that I'm always going to think about you and make sure that you're okay. And I know that you're going to call me a bitch from time to time. And I deal with that, because my mama done said much worse than that to me, And I probably deserve you saying that. But I believe I see something in you. I like how you're talking, because you're talking that you saying that you see something you can do with me. And you chose me. I didn't go out here and try to find you. and I'm not trying to force you to be with me. You're just willing to love me the way that I am. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to be transparent with you and show you that I can be a good woman to you. I'm going to show you that my actions and my words match up. I'm going to show you that you don't have to worry if your homeboy come over here to the house. I ain't even paying him no attention. I respect the fact that you have male friends and that your male friends are not my friends, so I should mind my fucking business and stay out their face. Because I want you to trust me. And don't no man trust no fast pussy woman running and jumping all in their friends' faces. I'm going to respect you that when you have company, I'm going to disappear and stay out the way until you call me when you need me. I'm going to respect the fact that when you're on the phone, I don't need to be ear hustling your conversation. I don't need to be going through your phone. Because if I show you that I'm like everybody else, you're not going to want me. But if I show you that I trust you, then I know that you're going to trust me. Because a lot of times hurt people hurt. And a lot of times we doing the most because we sneaky ourselves. And we want to be all on them. But really, we should really be all on us because we the ones who doing wrong. But we blaming them. But really, it's us. And we have to be on point about that. And they on point about it because they know you can't point a finger at me and you doing something wrong. And a lot of times, if you know you're not doing anything wrong, then you all right. And you going to be blessed. And when you know you doing right, you not so damn charged up and fired up about what they doing and not worrying about, how they moving. Because you not doing nothing. So if you ain't cheating, you ain't got to worry about him cheating. If you being transparent, he gonna be transparent. And that transparency is very important with trust. And I'll be right back after these messages. Hey everybody, and welcome back. And once again, thanks for tuning in to the Aged Woman Podcast. And I'm that lady, Miss Nicole. I'm very appreciative of all my listeners. So to wrap this up, you've got to, if you don't give a damn, then please disregard everything that I said. If you don't give a damn. If you feel like, somebody got to do something for you in order for you to do something for them, just disregard everything I say. Because, like I said, some of us women have an issue with our men trusting us. And I'm telling you tips and ways of how you could be trusted and how you could trust a man. In order for you to trust a man, you have to understand the type of man that you have. You have to know him. You have to live with him, observe him, love him, and care about him so you can understand what you're dealing with. Because just like I said, we got men, we got boys, and we got fuck niggas. Period. It's just three types. And I'm sure they got their things for us. And, it ain't even a whole lot of stuff to that. And none of those are bad. I mean, if you got a man that exhibits any of those type of attributes, you have to work with that. Because if that's the person that you were sent, you need to know how to deal with that. You need to know how to get him to rise to the occasion. And in your feelings, none of those three types of men gonna deal with you. None of them three types of men. You can't even deal with a boy when you ain't in control of your feelings. You can't even deal with a boy when you in your feelings, and you have secrets, and you're preoccupied with all kind of Jezebel activities, So you can forget it. You can forget it. I'm telling you. If you keep saying it, all men, it's not the men, it's us. Because when we put out this whole I don't care what I get kind of energy, when your homegirls and hanging out with your friends is more important, then you settling down and having something with somebody, don't even try to even get you a man if you still in your club running the street phase. You know what I'm saying? Just continue to be a jump off piece, because that's all you're going to be. But then the thing is, by the time you turn around, you went from 24 to 34, and you ain't even had a relationship in years, because you so busy trying to go to freak fuck fest and all these you traveling all over the country. And guess what? And if you don't want no man, you want to be single forever, all well good and fine. This podcast, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the women like me who either want a man, got a man, trying to hold on to a man, but is struggling with issues in y'all relationship. And the first thing that, like I said, you got to do is you got to know what you're dealing with. Once you learn what you're dealing with, then you actively change your behavior. You actively change your behavior, because guess what? If he's complaining about something you doing, obviously the shit not cool. Because if I make delicious pumpkin pie for him every Sunday, he ain't gonna never complain about that delicious pumpkin pie I make him every Sunday. But as soon as I do something like disappear for 3 hours and I have no accountability about my time, oh yeah, it's a problem. Because, what the fuck was you doing? So, and I have to justify that. And you will too. Don't just think that because like I say, in a relationship, you can't do what you want. In single, you think you're doing what you want, but you really just wearing yourself out. So what you want to do is get your mind right. You want to get your mind right and understand that I got to calm this down. I got to put myself in an alignment so this man can trust me. Because at the end of the day, my desire is to be trusted by my man. If your desire is to be trusted by your man, listen to this one more time so you can hear what you need. You can pick up your jewels that you need to be trusted, because it's important. You want to be trusted, because once the trust issues is out the way, you can move on to the next thing. And trust me, there's levels of things that you're going to have to go through. There's levels of things you're going to have to go through before you can really just have a peaceful relationship, and the type of relationship where a lot of communication isn't necessary, because I know what he's going to say before he say it. I already know what he needs. He already know what I need. He's going to do whatever he can do to make me happy. I'm going to do whatever I can to keep him happy. We're going to make sure we keep our house strong, and everything's going to be fine. And trust is not going to be one of them things that cause us problems, because it shouldn't be. If you have made up your mind that this is the person that you want to be with, why would you not want them to know, hey, I want you. So, hey, if you want to go through my phone, whatever you need to do, I'm cool with that. Period. Transparency. Transparency builds trust. And once there's trust, then we can move on to something else, because there's thousands of problems in our relationship. Patience, trust, sex, all that stuff. And, if you can get past this, then we can move on to something else. And with saying that, I say shalom, and you guys take care. I love you.